The archivist's room. The library in Ashcombe wasn't supposed to have a sub-basement. That's what Marla found odd from the start. She had been hired to assist with the cataloging of old municipal records, work no one else wanted in a place no one visited. The Ashcombe Public Library was gray, rain-washed, and perpetually empty. Even the librarians upstairs seemed to forget her presence the moment she descended the creaking stairs. There were only 3 floors on the building plans. But her access card opened a door marked B2, a lower level not listed anywhere. The archivist's room. It smelled like wet paper and mold. The air was still too still. Like something had been sealed in. Inside there were rows of filing cabinets, hundreds of them, all unmarked. And in the far corner a desk. Behind it a figure. A man. Or so she thought. He never looked up. Never spoke. Just sat motionless, turning a single page over and over. No one acknowledged him, and when she asked upstairs about him, they frowned. No one works in the sub-basement, one librarian whispered. That level's been shut for decades. No power. Black mold. Marla didn't know how to respond. There was power. The lights were dim yellow, but they worked. So did the elevator. And the man behind the desk kept turning that page. She went back again and again. The files fascinated her. Town records that weren't supposed to exist. Names of people who had never been born, places that weren't on any map, events that couldn't have happened. Floods, disappearances, quarantines. In one drawer she found a folder with her own name. Not just her name. Her life. But not the one she remembered. According to the records, Marla Weir was born in Ashcombe. Lived here all her life. But she hadn't. She was from Manchester, raised by her aunt. Or so she thought. The more she read, the less sure she became. She began dreaming of rooms filled with paper, endlessly unfolding, smothering her. Of that figure at the desk rising, its face made of pages, blank and bleeding. She tried to stop going. But she couldn't. One morning she woke with paper cuts all over her fingers. Her bedsheets were thin parchment. The door to the archivist's room was always open now. She stopped trying to ask questions. No one looked at her in the upper floors anymore. Her voice echoed differently. The building groaned when she walked. She stayed late one final night, determined to shred every file with her name. But the pages multiplied. Every drawer she opened held more versions of her. Some ended suddenly. Some were torn. One had a date 2 weeks from now and simply said, absorbed into record. She turned to flee. The archivist was standing now. Page-faced, paper limbs crackling as he walked toward her, arm outstretched. She screamed, but the sound was sucked into the paper walls. The room folded inward. The elevator never stopped at B2 again. Maintenance says it doesn't exist. But if you go alone late at night and press the buttons in the right sequence, sometimes the doors open. They say you'll hear the sound of pages turning. And someone, somewhere in the dark, will whisper your name into the ink.